Hi, good evening. My name is Dion Augustus. I joined Skhy in the year 2000 at the age of 11, and I'm still currently there. Even though we in a bit of a pandemic, but I'm still active in Skhy. So I've been in Skhy 20 years. It has been 20 wonderful years, 20 years that I needed, on a personal level, because when I joined Skhy, I wasn't good. I didn't have an athletic bone in my body, and I would have considered me a hopeless case. But Coach Colin, Coach Joel, Coach Dexter, and all the coaches at Skhy at that time, they never once saw that. They never once thought that. And they never once wanted me to think that. They taught me to never give up. They taught me the value of hard work, the reward of hard work. And I was able to take that lesson and apply in primary school, secondary school, university, and adulthood. That to this day I am not a quitter. I give 100% in whatever I'm doing. Whether a simple thing as cleaning the house to going on work. Sometimes a days at work, you don't want to be there, but you have to, and you have to work hard, regardless of how you feel. And that's what Skhy taught me. That days I didn't want to train. Days training was too hard. Because I said I didn't have athletic bone, it was hard. But I had to give 100%. I can't give up. Quitting on yourself is the biggest and the worst thing that you could ever do. At Skhy I was able to be accountable. I learned accountability and responsibility. Over the years after I gradually improved, I was able to become a starter at Skhy, and I started as a centre back. And anybody who knows football knows that the only person on a field outside of you that can make a mistake is your goalkeeper, because the mistakes you make and the mistakes are going to cost the team. And you have to be able to be accountable for those mistakes, be able to acknowledge them, be able to admit that you were wrong, but most importantly you have to be able to overcome it. And as a defender, trust me, whether you want to learn it or not, you're going to learn accountability. And at Skhy will help you to be mature, to accept it, to admit it, and to overcome it. Also, as I said, you learn responsibility in Skhy. You're responsible for your teammates on the field. You will learn leadership qualities, and you'll be able to take that aspect. I took that aspect. I became a coach at Skhy. I was able to coach at my school. I was able to be responsible for youths, both in a football aspect and personal. I'm responsible for youths in church, in my community, and all of that I was able to achieve because of the values that Skhy instilled in me growing up. The next thing Skhy was able to give me, which I will consider Skhy's greatest gift to me, was the ability to create bonds, to create friendships. As I say, I wasn't really the best, but my teammates at the time, they never run away from working with me. As a matter of fact, for most of my Skhy sessions, especially when you had to work in pairs, Christopher Giuseppe was always the first to select me, because Bruni was not a quitter, and he didn't want to see any of his teammates quitting. And in me, he saw that, listen, once I get past my limits, all my little problems that are not problems, that there's an exceptional footballer behind it. And he worked with me tirelessly, and so did all my teammates. That to this day, 20 years has passed, and we are the greatest friends. Skhy gave me that ability, something I lacked in my life. I was able to accomplish it through Skhy, and I was able to take that onwards. That a lot of the friendships that I made outside of Skhy, are people who cherish me, and I cherish them as well. And I was able to learn that form of networking, that form of socializing, that form of judging a character. You know, seeing what you want in life from people, like the values they would add. I learned that right at Squadron Ground in Skhy. Next thing Skhy taught me was how to be and how to have respect for time. Reaching late to session was never acceptable. Reaching late to school, reaching late to work. Because even at work I still played at Skhy, and it is something, it is not acceptable. And Skhy taught me to have that respect for time. Because when you reach later sessions, yeah, as Coach Joel will say, there's a story to be told. And you didn't want to hear that story. So to avoid hearing that story, simple thing, you just reach on time. And Skhy gave me those core things that help shape the individual I am today. Things that I am eternally grateful for. And things that I will hope to continue teaching people, whether it be associates in work, because believe it or not, as adults there are people who lack some of these things, or even giving back to the kids, that as I do as a coach, whether it be in Skhy, whether it be in school, or whether just be out there in the community. And I would just like to advise that the youths who come through Skhy, who choose to use Skhy as their part of football knowledge, life knowledge, the most important thing you have to do out there, outside of hard work, is have fun. You would learn the accountability, you would learn responsibility, you would learn hard work, you would learn everything core, because that is the core values of Skhy. You would learn it. But the most important thing is to have fun while learning it. And to cherish every moment, because as I say, Skhy could show you so much, it can give you so much. And it's a club, and it's a family that I am forever grateful for, and I will forever be appreciative of.